all play, in our own way, for our own reasons. And that's okay, because there's levels to this. Not just levels in games. There's levels of specs.
And levels to flex.
Sequence initialized.
There's mad levels of innovation.
3, 2, 1. Activate light speed.
And mythic levels of creation.
There's levels to exceed.
And levels of speed.
There's status levels.
Whatever levels.
There's entry levels. Time-shattering levels.
And levels?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the IGE Contenders Valorant Tournament powered by Logitech G. It is ARCREACTOR. Alongside me is Aggressive, and we're back with another day of insane Valorant matches from the IGE Contenders Tournament. So, without any other further delays, we're going to be taking it through, directly going into the match. And we've got a big one today, considering the map is something that we really haven't seen for the past few days. It's going to be Lotus. And I personally have not really casted much of Lotus, so definitely excited to see how the players react to it. And Aggressive, what about you? How's your experience with Lotus?
Personally, this is one of those maps that can be really good if you know how to play it, and with certain composition it plays out beautifully. But then again, it's one of those maps that you don't really want to play as much because it's quite, let's say, how do you put it? It's very hard for the attackers to get a lot of value out of unless you know how to utilize utility. It's tough and it can be rough, and it can be on the other side as well. If the defenses are not that potent, if you don't know how to take proper control of the map, you just fall under the wayside. This map has the same problems as Haven, and grantedly so, because three sides, it's always a worry, and that's the biggest gimmick here. Unless you know how to take proper control early on of different portions of the map, you're just gonna get stuck. You have no idea what's going on. You don't have enough information. You're just gonna get put into a tough spot overall. But as we are gonna be witnessing from the agent pickups, the teams, they have a better understanding of this map. Looking at the members of 21, they have a well-rounded composition, a lot of utility to play around with. But on the other side, a Euro getting picked up from ARCREACTORs, now that could be interesting, or you know what can happen if a Euro gets picked up.
Yeah, definitely. Euros definitely are high on both sides of the spectrum. You can either find a lot of success with it, or it's gonna be something that really backfires on your entire team. And other than just the Euro, we're gonna see another follow-up agent coming from Explosive, playing the Explosive agent Race. So that's something that also is surprising me, considering that they have opted for a double duelist composition, especially on a map where you demand a lot of utility and a lot of map control, especially considering that they're attacking first. They have a lot of room to lurk around, keep the defenders on their toes. Meanwhile, from the side of 21 Esports, I'm really seeing a consistent lineup, having that Raze and the Breach, alongside the Astro as well, for aggressive control of the map early on. Even on the defensive side, I feel like there's not really any room for you to just hold on to any sites and just play passively. You really have to aggress at some point of the entirety of the round. Either early on you fight around that A main area or the C main area, take early picks, or whenever you're seeing that things have gone a little bit quiet, you don't have any information as the defender, you really want to push out and see if there's any players around your side. That will give information to the rest of your team to bolster the other sides with their defenses. So I feel like their agent composition is much more suited for that. Having the Astra, the Killjoy as well, I mean herself, she can hold the site, one of the sites all on her own, and the utility is also very sufficient on their end. And not just the utility, I mean the players themselves. We know a bunch of these players from the side of 21 Esports. We have Avoid Siam, Sahil. These players have a reputation that we're hoping to see on display today. Meanwhile, from the other side, I'm not really too familiar with some of these names, but again, we talked about this yesterday. You can't really count anyone out of this at any stage.
Not at all. Especially when the teams are so close in these brackets. But then again, when it comes down to a best of one, you don't really have any form of a safety net, right? Best of ones can be so brutal because if you don't really play your map choices correctly, you're not going to be happy about it. And hopefully we are going to be witnessing a little bit more of a controlled play style and maybe something a bit more, how do you put it? A bit more proactive in the approach that the members of ARCREACTORs are going for, because that Euro, it can be good, but if you try to play the Euro too reactively, you're just not going to get a lot of value out of that character.
Yeah, the Yoru TP will be already coming out from the end of Zyran. He's going to be TPing all the way towards the door, as we're going to see early aggression from the attackers. Arc will be pushing towards this A side. Only one player really defending this, the Sova, in that tree area. He's going to be surrounded from all sides. Avoid Siam, not spotted out, just it gets two, getting a third, possibly no. Zero to finally finish him off, but it's a 4v3 situation and the defenders are here. And they're nowhere near the site. They cannot go for a plan. Instead, they're surrounded. We're going to see a couple of frags going in favor of 21 Esports, but Zyran trading out. Not for long. Simp will finally take him down. 1-0 is the scoreline. It was a good start from the end of ARC Esports, but I guess them not really clearing out the site properly was the biggest mistake that they made in that first pistol round.
ARCREACTORs just kind of rushed it, I do believe, without really having a proper game plan. I expected someone to go through from the tree side, right? You need a person on tree. Tree is one of the most common positions on towards the A side, and whenever you're playing in the pistol run, if you don't clear out tree, the players sitting inside a tree can easily dismantle your entire team, unless you have a proper setup for it. But the breed stun coming out on towards the side of mid, that's a lot of bodies! Sahil, he needs to worry about it, but his buddies are there to give him the backup, and the Bulldogs are just raining down hell from above. Last person remaining. Shots to be taken, only one person going down. The Bulldog holding down the line. And the setup's pretty much good. They have two Bulldogs, one Breedstone, and they cleaned up the entire party.
Yeah, that just shows how crucial the utility is in this map. The Breedstone coming in. I mean, not only were ARCREACTORs already down considering the weapons difference, but having that Breedstone on them just gave the opportunity to Set 21 Esports to do extra damage on that B main area. So now that the buys are gonna come in, I'm expecting 21 Esports to be a little bit more passive, but looks like they're gonna be trying to gain that early information outside. See, the Sova Recon's gonna be good. We're gonna see Sahil push out of that. He knows that there are players outside, and he's gonna find the first one onto the Omen. The flash is not gonna come in handy as he gets the ultimate showstopper used up. Gets a third 2v4 situation for the Set 21 Esports. We're gonna see the Marshall come in big. Byron not working in the favor of the ARCREACTOR players at all, as the breach, Arusamu, all angles surrounded. Simp coming in with the ghost to finish it off. Good bonus round from the end of the Side 21 Esports, using that proactiveness and pushing towards their opponents, not really giving them any chance to react. We saw the players outside of C really caught in a position where they could not really run away, could not really escape, and then the utility, the information from the Sova also allowed the players pushing to get those frags easily. So yeah, good synergy, good utility combination, and unless the side of ARCREACTORs can come up with something similar, we might just see a repetition of that every now and then.
The way that the setups are being done as well by the members of 21, it's so smart. They're utilizing utility to just corral all of the members of ARCREACTORs down into a corner, and that is tough. You don't really want to be in a position like this. Just look at them. The members of ARC, they're going into the sidelines that 21 are expecting. Look at the push. They're already outside of A main. They're going into their spawn, Kirito.
This is so much information now.
Yeah, exactly. They know what's happening.
They know that they could be outside of B or outside of C. With the Killjoy holding it in C, they really can bolster this B side. But Arusama getting the first frag. Stun comes in.
Oh, this is
Sahil
bad.
coming all the way from A main. He's going to be taken down as well. Oh, this is turning out to be completely the opposite of what Side 21 Esports expected. The entire side of A in this map is completely empty. But looks like despite that, they're going to be running into the Killjoy. Simp, good for one, but finally taken down by Explosive. Astro coming in. Oh, wait a second. Brings it to a 1v2.
30 seconds
Dolan is
left.
stuck on an island. He doesn't even have anything to try and get away with this. Also use the flash as spots him out. Has 2 stars to play around with, but now he's just trying to buy some time. The breach is already there. And down from the side of Waterfall takes the final shot. 3-1 as ARCREACTORs are finally back in it to try and win this one. 3-1 is a scoreline that you really want to be at, especially after winning out on a Thrifty. They invested almost no money in that last round, and they got a good scoreline out of it.
in this reality?
Yeah, I mean, despite all that, it was quite a close and dicey round for both sides, having that early advantage for 21 Esports. Really not coming in handy as we see the eco weapons doing a lot more damage than we intended to see. But again, it just goes and, you know, just keeps seesawing on either end for that last round. But now, considering buys on both ends should be available, hoping to see a much closer round and a lot less aggression this time. 21 Esports keeping that strategy, you know, ever changing, ever evolving, having aggression last time in A main, but now they're all holding passive. Oh my god, this Siren, he's pushed all the way into C main, almost inside the site.
It's actually not a bad play.
Placing
The fact that he broke out the turret, that means that Simp needs to bolster the defensive line a little bit more.
And he's gonna have to need some players to support him. That's gonna pull players away from the other sites and possibly make those weaker. But looks like they're gonna be sticking to C. There's gonna be no rotation, nothing from the end of ARCREACTORs just yet. Simp, he's holding on. We have some Astro Util there as well, so this could be a very difficult push for them. Explosive Showstopper invested to get into the site, gathers space and finds one. The Killjoy utility will be disabled with that. Smokes are gonna come in and they should have the site. That's a pretty good execution. But is he gonna overheat is the question. Avoid Siam knows he's in the smoke, but the spam is not good enough. 3v5 situation. No ultimates available for the end of the defenders to try and break through this. This is a very good hold for ARCREACTORs.
I was gonna try to maybe go for something here, but Sahil's gonna be coming in for the backup. Positions are good, but no, Sahil messed up the satchel play there. Does get caught out. Salu's gonna be able to shut down another one here with Ass on his side. They're looking to maybe do something a little bit more competitive here, but no, Astral starts to play around with has one smoke. The smoke is gonna be good for the first. They get the kill, and now Ass going for the swing. Needs to hit the shot, but misses out on it. That's gonna be rough, and that's gonna be tough, but the defuse is gonna get stuck through, and Salu, he wins it out for his team. That could have gone horribly wrong initially there, but at the end of the day, they close out the round, they get the spike defuse, but was it very expensive for 21 Esports? Yes, it was.
It was expensive for either side. I mean, again, this is basically a seesaw. Here we see early on good situation for the side of ARCREACTORs to really fake out the entire map, fake out the side push, but they decide to burst into the side of C, and despite the wall of utility, they're able to close out the Killjoy, giving them the advantage. So back and forth we go. The Euro Ultimate invested early on, and they're gonna gather some information. Zyron, what's he gonna do here? What's the play? He knows where they are.
The setup was good though, but he couldn't get the kill.
Spike down.
The flash, I don't think the flash was properly utilized, and the teammates as
There
well,
was a
they're
breach
so far
stun.
back.
Yeah, there was a breach stun present on the players that he spotted out, but it just wasn't enough.
Cover going out.
And 21 Esports, they're gonna get a lot of frags in this, and in a matter of seconds, the round completely gone in their favor. Near flawless. I mean, it is a flawless actually. So, I mean, honestly, I think a little bit more aggressiveness from the side of ARCREACTORs following that Yoru in, especially when he's giving information that they're really far behind into the site. They didn't really, you know, push into that A main to even at least trade out the Yoru.
There.
And I think the Euro went in for the play a little bit too early. I understand what he was going for. The breach was going to stun off of the information coming out from the Euro. The sun's going to come in. He's going to pop out, kill them with a shorty, take a gun, maybe take you back out, get the man advantage. But it just wasn't working out in the way that you would have expected. And Sahil, what a play. Walks away with murder. 2 kills, equalizes things out. And it's still a 3. Okay, never mind. It's no longer a 3v3. It's a 3v2. A very ambitious play coming out from the Omen, but... Wait, the spike? The spike isn't spawned!
Wait, what? Did he ult?
He ulted with the spike!
This has gone completely wrong for the set of arc reactors. They've got to push through all the way into sight, into the base of opponents to gather that spike. They don't have an Omen themselves now to get that somehow. And Sat 21 Esports is playing this so smartly. They're gonna let go of everything. They have the man advantage. They have utility as well. So they're just gonna play based on that. I don't know if that ult's gonna be good enough.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know if that ult's
That
gonna be
spike position, though. It's all the way in the corner.
They're still
This is
holding this
impossible.
perfectly. They're still holding this completely. This is completely fine for 21 Esports.
30 seconds left.
Brimstone comes in. The
Wait.
flash will connect.
They used the ult as well.
Last player standing.
They used
He's
the breach
pushing
ult
the-
into the site? I'm question. No, wait. You didn't see
They
that?
did?
Yeah, they used the breach ult on top of the Killjoy ultimate.
I mean, no one's inside. I guess they were expecting them to hold in sight. Again, for that
Against the
you
Killjoy
should-
ult?
Yeah. The kill. I thought maybe they thought. I don't know, man. Maybe they thought they pushed back into sight. However, that was not the case. They're all outside of the site, in the base, holding the spike. Maybe. I don't know, man. I thought arc reactors maybe thought that they pushed up much farther ahead, so they invested those ultimates. I'm assuming everything's assumption now, but nothing really working in their favor. All the guesses were wrong in that case. And this is gonna push them to a bit of a very flimsy buy. We are gonna see rifles, but majority are gonna be eco weapons as they're trying to push towards C. Sahil finds an opening frag onto 0.
With that
They're just walking out, which is the best part of all of this. They're just running straight in there, like explosive, maybe a little bit too ambitious there with the Bucky.
Wait, that's
Let's get shut down. The clone's gonna get some information, but now they have to worry about the Killjoy. Sam coming in down from down under. Gets the double. He's looking for the triple. He gets it very easily. 7-1 as the members of 21. They're making it look clean and they're making it look competitive. Young Bloods, they have a lot
absolutely
of firepower on.
very clean from their end. Again, the weapons were a little bit short on the side of arc reactors, but yeah, what I mean, it's a 7-1 scoreline. We are gonna see a big gap coming in this first half. So they've really got to figure this out quick. Honestly, it's just that the utility that how 21 Esports are playing, using each individual utility and combining it with their gunplay to not really invest too much in each stage of the round. We are seeing arc reactors way too dependent on those ultimates, on those utilities to try and push to the side. Not really seeing much the game plan working out in their favor. This time the execution does look a little bit more organized. As Sip will be pressured in the side. He still finds one.
Somehow.
Harusama will trade him out. 4v4 situation. But look at the ultimates. Hunter's Fury coming in. Avoid C.
Oh, that was beautiful.
He can find a frag maybe. Ooh, just not enough.
Spike
Yeah.
down.
But another
C.
frag does come through. Arusama will be taking down Sahil.
Oh,
Oh,
oh no,
God.
wait.
This is
No.
perfect, man.
Goodbye.
This is
It's over.
perfect. They
Oh,
won't
he
expect
didn't
this
even
now.
see him. He just cleared the angle. He won't see him anymore. But still, regardless, the alarm bot does give some information away. Ultimate's been popped, and Sahil panicked a little bit there. But that's completely fine and dandy. ARC0 good for another kill. 2v2 on towards the map, but still the 2v2 not really as favorable as you would have hoped. And avoid Siam good for the final shot, straight to the head. 8-1 as 21. A little bit dicey sometimes, but they're still, regardless, getting the kills that they would have hoped for.
Our characters aren't really capitalizing on the advantages they have. They had that entry into side, but after that, I'm not really seeing anything happening. We're seeing the proactiveness come from 21 Esports that, okay, they didn't really wait up. They didn't really wait for the flank. They were taking the fight while the spike is yet to go down. So not really waiting for the retake. They're trying to repel that push. Even after getting the frag on the flanking player Sahil, nothing much is really happening for the other side of our characters as they're trying to take this fight.
Okay.
OTP not working out. Salu's gonna get a follow-up as well. Avoid Siam chiming in.
Standing.
And it's all on to Arusamu. This overdrone will be flashed. But meanwhile, not really seeing flanks. The side 20 Esports, they're gonna play this safe.
Yeah,
Flash comes in, he's going for the peak, and nice shot from Avoid Siam.
Yeah, 3 kills for this man. He's confident, he's making sure his crosser placement is good, he's supporting his team, and he is being a phenomenal second entry. And that's what you love to see. When you are that player that sets up your teammates, you also need to be perfect when it comes down to taking trades as well. And for Avoid Siam, he does it all. He gets information, he sets up his buddy Salu for the best possible frags. Plus, at the same time, when Sahil comes in, he already knows what he needs to do. He's so close all the time to make sure the trades are perfect. And once more, we do see a pretty fast rush coming in for the members of ARCREACTOR all the way in towards the B side. And this Astra Struck is gonna cause some issues. And look at the level of control, and the bodies just keep on piling up. One by one, the bodies are on the floor. And now it's Explosive and Zyron to maybe try and do something, but nope, not gonna happen. Explosive, last player remaining with a Bucky in his hand. And the man seems as good as dead. They're just waiting to try and kill him. Breach flashes and everything! The Bucky good for the one, but not gonna be good for the second. Avoid Siam sends him down to his grave. 10-1.
Last
21
round before the
Esports.
switch.
They're making this look a little bit too easy for their own good.
Look how organized they are. I mean, we saw that fast rush coming towards the side of B, and that looked very, very dangerous for the side of 21 Esports. Not sure that they were able to react on that, but they had the game plan. We saw the Astra fallback, we saw the utility coming in from her, the supporting utility from the rest of the players to, okay, right now things are not going as we planned, we can't hold off this push, so let's go for a retake. And just how they reacted based on that was so organized.
Enemy tag.
Really seeing amazing gameplay from their end. But yeah, look at this.
Oh,
nice
goodbye.
utility coming in.
No! No! Salu!
Was all there. Not really connecting. Still a 4v situation. Advantages for the side of 21 Esports as they
One
equalize
enemy
up
remaining.
from Sim
Spike
finds
down,
one.
attacker
And Salu
spawn.
on the other end to finish off this first half.
Good God, there were so many
Switching
whips there, but
sides.
the utility usage was good at the end of the day, right?
Level heads until
Overall,
yes.
overall they whiffed a lot. It's okay though, because at the end of the day, your utility
probably
usage
play
was
some
there,
stars in the
the
Astro
plan was
game.
proper, and that's why you won out on the round. Perfection. We didn't see any
That's what I was
whiffs.
saying.
Exactly.
The
No whiffs.
plan.
You're
That's
saying?
what I was saying. The planning from their end was extremely detailed. Like they knew what they had to do. They had a game plan, and when they saw that okay, but it's not working out in their favor, that's how they changed up the game plan on the fly and supported each other. So yeah, despite the whiffs, we see the utility much more cleaner from the side of 21 Esports, and I'm sure that's gonna translate into the second half. Again, the agent composition should really work in their favor, considering the double duelist will not really give much options for the side of ARCREACTOR. So we're gonna see they're gonna push out of A main, all of the players in that area, and we're gonna see the C side completely taken over by 21 Esports.
Oh,
Meanwhile, I mean, no, the trades are there though. Sahil finds one
Spike
more.
planted.
3v3 situation, the spike will be planted, and they have a really good post-plan situation. 21 Esports, they're all over the map. If they can play with all this space smartly, Sahil deal a lot of damage right now.
He's in a good spot. He can easily divide up the attention as soon as the run-in is gonna come
there
in.
it
Sahil
is.
already with the first swing, but Antique comes in with the Sheriff. Does get the double tap. That's gonna be the first. That's probably gonna be the second. The swings are perfect, and they are looking quite smart and good here. Positionally, though, they're a little bit off, and it's all up to Avoid Siam to maybe try and find something. Shock Dart's gonna be perfect. The bounce is good. Jump on from the side, and Avoid Siam gets the clutch. A triple kill to take us to the 12, ladies and gents. And avoid Siam.
Match point.
He was cool as a cucumber. Didn't even break a sweat.
Absolutely, that was really, really clean coming from there. And despite Sahil not really finding the impact that we needed to, that just shows that in every situation, Sahil 21 Esports are much more prepared. They're much more organized. They're coming up with the game plan quick. I would say I'm having to step up for his team there. But he's making it count. He had the Sova utility, the recon to allow his teammate to find a frag. And then with the shock darts as well, clean as ever. Loving what I'm seeing from his end right now. As you see Antique pushing in one round away for the side of 21 Esports as they're going to be rushing towards the C side again. Only one player, the Yoru, pushed all the way back to CT. Zyron, there's a player in the smoke though. Is he aware of this? He is not. As Sahil will be able to hunt him down and they're pushing in deeper. Spike will be planted, but they don't care. They're gonna hunt for these defenders. Antique realizes what's happening as Sim gets one more. Another fall off from his end, but Siam's pushing in towards Waterfall. They don't really care. They know they have it in the bag, and a 13-1 dominating matchup for the side 2 in Esports. Absolutely destroying in both halves, honestly. I mean, the second half wasn't as long as we hoped it to be, but yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing from this team.
21, brand new organization. They're making things work a lot more competitively. And it's just absolute insanity. The team, when they get the ball rolling in their court, there's absolutely nothing that can stop them here. 21 is exactly one of those squads that you need to keep your eyes on as the tournament keeps on moving forward, because they could just be the contenders. You never really know. But then again, the problems that we saw from the team, they have proper utility. They have a proper game plan to work things out. But sometimes their raw mechanical skill just fails them. We've seen this happen over and over again. The team knows what they really want to do. They have the game plan. They have the utility setups. They have pretty much everything in the bag. But when your mechanical skill just fails you because you're thinking so much about the utility, you can't always rely on that, especially against the higher caliber teams. When you think of squads like IGE, MLT, because they are always thinking about the utility, of course, but their raw mechanical skill is just completely second nature. And as soon as 21, they have that proper balance of thinking of utility and their raw mechanical skill, that's when this squad is going to be on the upper echelons, possibly even the top 3 in the entire country. They're already getting there, just requires a little bit more work, and they will be present. And for the members of ARCREACTORs, this was just a skill differential. You're going up against a squad that has so much more experience in comparison to you, so don't take this to heart. Use this as a learning experience and come back even stronger in the next one.
Yeah, I mean, there were some really shining moments for the team. We saw good setups, good side push, and some of the ideas, even surrounding the Yoru, was not too bad, but it's just that maybe they haven't sharpened those. Maybe they haven't played too much with the higher echelon teams, like higher echelon players that are in their opposition. Things like these will provide in their experience and allow them to really, you know, finesse on how those plans are, how those utilities works, how those setups are gonna actually play out in a proper game, in an actual tournament matchup. So things like this is all, you know, going into the experience, going into the idea of how these games actually are, and hopefully they're gonna take a lot of good information from this matchup, because I really am impressed by some of the ideas that they're coming up with, and some of those set plans are really nice. So hoping to see them more in the future. But yeah, this is just differential between the two sides. But honestly, if they had that idea of how these would actually play out in the match, and how the second nature of having the mechanical skill, having that 1v1 potential, there's a lot of potential for this team of ARCREACTORs. But yeah, regardless, that was the game that we had in store for you today, and it is going to be 21 Esports taking a very dominating victory. So I think that's all we have to say for this matchup. We're going to be moving into the next one. Join us for the next stream, as we are going to be coming in with another match from the IGE Contenders Valorant Tournament powered by Logitech. And make sure to check out Logitech G store on the Raz for amazing sales on the best esports equipment to kickstart your esports journey. So that soon we might find you right there in the stream, joining us and showing us some impressive shots, impressive strategies, and impressive Valorant gameplay. So with that being said, we're going to be taking our leave. It's been me, Kirito, and Aggressive with my side. We're going to be ending the stream very soon, and see you next time.
We all play in our own way for our own reasons. And that's okay, because there's levels to this. Not just levels in games. There's levels of specs.
And levels to flex.
Sequence initialized.
There's mad levels of innovation.
3, 2,